Hey there, folks. It is come on 6:58 a.m. Saturday, August 13th, 2022. In the year of no Lord. Welcome to another Metaphysical Coffee Time. Excuse me. Metaphysical Coffee Time. There we go. Sounded better that time. Excuse me, had to do something. I've always been active doing things ever since I woke up in 2009, doing things metaphysically. Physically, I've always been active all my life. Started lifting weights when I was 6. Never became another Arnie Schwarzenegger. I didn't want to. I just, I played all sports, but I lifted weights just to get stronger. Played the piano, took lessons for I don't remember how many years, 6, 7 years, and then started helping other people, teaching them how to play. But anyway, I'm not here to talk about me. Sometimes that comes up because I want all of you to have something to relate with. Excuse me, who is this nut that says he can put his energy into people and he, kills metaphysical spirit, spirit on the other side? They run around here, same thing. They're in the second dimension. They can break through the barrier. They're still running around the third dimension, but they're metaphysical. You can't see them. They're not in body. Basically the same thing. I'm going to tell you some stuff, but first there's something that's important for me to tell you. Metaphysically speaking, that's the only place that you're going to see the Metaphysical Coffee time. That's my third channel. I've been doing this for a long time. I've left a lot of information, but I'm trying to leave shorter, as precise as I can information, and that's difficult for me to do. But anyway, so I'm leaving you with something to work with. Excuse me, there's plenty of other people. I've cranked up well over 2,000 people. How come you never heard of me? I was kept quiet. I was kept out of the public eye. All the things I've done. I had a call from the guy from Oprah Winfrey once on her show, and someone on my behalf had reached out to them years ago, and then they finally got back and asked if I was interested, and I said no, I'm not. Take care, love you, have a good day. I want people to pay attention to what I say. I don't want people to pay attention to me. People, I'm a beat up, tired, can't wait to die incredibly powerful, loving being that's stuck inside a beat up old body, basically is what I am. I am Ara. The main, strongest little teeny focal point of Ara, piece of the focal point of Ara shoved in his body. but I'm also J Essex. It's just that, J.R. Essex, and I really don't feel that, and I haven't for years. On YouTube, where I was going initially, bringing up the YouTube channels, I do mainly slide around. Sorry about that. I've always been a little bit like that in the field since 2015, June of 2015. The field everywhere, the source field, is literally part of me. So I have stuff going on all the time. Plus, I'm dying. I've been dying since 2015. Hard. I just can't die in spite of everything I've done trying to get out of here. But anyway, and when I say that, please understand that y'all are in a body at the best time in creation. In all of creation. We've been going, spirit has been going into body, having lives for over 2.8 quadrillion Earth years. That's over 2,800 trillion Earth years. So, people say, oh, the universe is, probably billions of years old. Nah, you better, go way up on that number. We do the best we can with what we have. Isn't that all we can ever ask of ourselves? At that, and to try to keep an open mind to advance ourselves in our own personal evolution, whether in a body or outside of a body as our natural selves. So again, back to the YouTube thing. I don't keep a big track of it. Okay, I don't hang on what happens all the time. I do, phase in and out of it on the stats, not all the stats, just looking at subscribers, videos y'all like. I'm trying to find something that is of interest to you. But the most important thing is that I tell you what I know you need to understand. I give you the information, you take the time and you assimilate it between the heart and the hypothalamus in the brain. Your energy goes back and forth all the time, creating new understanding. So I found on YouTube that when you spread out the videos, you only put out one a week or something, your subscribers actually go up. More people following, they watch longer. I don't have time to do that. I know that I'm going to get shut down here pretty soon. I say pretty soon. Rasha and Alana are two, sorry, my head's not killing me, it's being an issue. They're two of my children, Lily and I. Lily is the alpha female spirit. She's, every time I go in a body for the last hundreds of thousands of lives, not years, lives, every time before I go in a body, then I take her and I literally put her to sleep in a protective barrier that nobody can touch, and I just put her in my own dimension. I don't expect you to believe this. I'm going to talk about dimensions, but I can make one anytime I want. If that doesn't make you think I'm a nut and turn away from the channel, I guess you're probably here to stay and learn more about yourself and who you really are and what you can really do. No matter who tells you you're full of bunk. People tell me, when I first started putting out there that I could go into people's brains and wake you up and give you more power. I literally take some of my source energy, the strongest there is, period. The strongest there's ever been in creation. Your God thing was actually the original first being that made itself two different parts, a little bit different, so it would have some company because it was going crazy because it was alone. And it was 27.5% lower frequencies. So I'm well under 2. That's gone up all the way up to 3, like 3.1, 3.15, whatever, under 3.2%. But now it's back down under 2. As my energy mutates, it keeps doing that. So anyway, I'm going to keep hitting you with all the information I can. And again, sorry, I'm sliding around. Can't help it. I'm going to feed you all the information I can that I know you need. But I want to try to have your attention so that I can give you information I know that so many of you want. I'm not here to talk about the Kardashians' butts or something. I'm here to talk about something that's important. I'm here to talk about you. I'm here to talk about who you really are, what you've really gone through. What's really happening? What's with the fight between good and evil? I mean, fights end. Two guys get in a fight, sooner or later one of them drops, and that's it. It's over. So what the hell's going on with the constant good and evil? It's almost like somebody was doing it on purpose and kept it going. That's why your God and your devil was the same person, the same two people, the male and female parts of the original first being. They were never even strong enough to destroy energy. They were nothing. To do what I've done through this body, when you get home and out of your body and you get home, you'll understand what's going on. But that's not our issue right now. Our issue is for me to leave you all the information I can so that you have basic building blocks to build your own understanding. I'm not saying follow me blindly. I'm not saying follow me at all. I'm saying please listen to me. Help me help you understand the beauty, the power, the intelligence, the awesomeness of who the hell you really are. I'm not asking much, and I'm putting it out there, and when I get out of this body, I can go to all of you and I can put stuff in front of you so you can see it. It's not about control anymore. There's nothing that'll ever control you again. All the original first being servants, except for a few good ones, maybe 100,000 total, they're dead. They're gone now. They attacked me relentlessly. It was like flies going into one of those zappers. They just kept coming. I'm going to put out a lot of videos real quick, okay? If you're interested in what I say, if you really want to wake up metaphysically and you don't know if I'm saying anything that makes any sense yet, I don't have commercials. I don't make money on any of that stuff, okay? If you think that I have something for you, download whatever videos you can and just make your own library and then put your own notes, your own name for what it is I'm talking about, because I'm not able to do that, okay? Sorry. It's hard enough for me anymore to talk, all right? It doesn't seem like it. That guy goes on and on. Well, I am going on and on until I can finally drop dead, and that's coming. I mentioned Rasha and Alana a little while ago. Rasha came up to me and said, you need to go ahead and get your 4K equipment and stuff for the podcast, and you need to hurry, spend what you need to, nothing more, and excuse me, sorry. Morning's a hell for me. Anyway, and, she says, it's all going to come to an end. So, none of them would ever say, this is when you're leaving, because nobody knows. That I'm the one thing that is never controlled. Sorry, everything on the other side that's tried it is gone. That's why what I tell you, the books I've written, JS6 Creation Series, and the webs are the spiritualfoundation.com website store, web store is closed right now because Deanna will be arriving in Spain very, very soon, a few hours, flying across the Atlantic, and she'll open up the store once she relaxes a little bit. But you can buy it at Amazon.com. All 3 books, and then there's a book about runes. We wrote all our own stuff. They messed up the or we, they, whatever messed up the word, the margins and stuff on it. But inside this book, it's got, let's see, here we go. It's got different symbols. These are runes, runic symbols, and it's got the meaning of it. And you won't find those anywhere else. These are runes. These are runes that I've brought to different planets all over the place. I was the first one to ever have lives, Lily and I. This is the first book. Okay, this is not an advertisement. This is something I could do to help you. This book, Creation, is beginning in your origin. It's where everything started, including the first being, this thing that everyone is still calling God and doesn't even exist anymore. But you don't know. I'm not saying anyone's dumb or anything. I'm just telling you what is. They're the reason things are like they are. They created this mess. That's why when someone says praise God, I'm like, man, if they knew, they'd be slapping themselves in the face. But the whole idea isn't any kind of agenda I have towards the original first being. I've worked with it, tried to work with it, that is. I've worked at trying to get it to listen to me about a few things, especially these bodies, that they didn't have the right to abuse them. And they just, no. Did it again this life. No. We do whatever we want, we're growing them. Growing the spirits. So anyway, so Rasha had going back again. So Rasha had said that I have to hurry because the time's coming. So every morning when I'm waking up, I just feel like total nasty. I mean, I don't know how to describe the feeling where your body's building up heat, but you literally feel like a compost pile that's smoking in the summer, inside and out. And you can't hardly move. You don't want to move. My heart, it keeps messing with me, stopping and then kicking up again. It has what they call the atrial flutters, as to the atrium, the upper chambers of the heart. 2 different lung diseases. It's a joyride. I'm not wussing out. I'm just saying that I really want to go. I got to go to work. So it's like you're the janitor of a building and you really care about not just the building and taking care of it, but you care about everyone in it. And there's a mess everywhere. There's crap all over the floor and everything, and stuff spilled, nasty sandwiches and the garbage cans, and you don't have the key. You have a key that's like half invisible. You go to put it in the closet, open it up to get to your supplies, and you can't. It won't grab. It won't work. You can't do anything about it. So I'm doing whatever I can. When I'm gone, you'll see the things happen that I'm talking about. And that's not, prophetizing. He was a prophet, a seer. Well, yeah, I can see. But as far as a prophet telling the future, you can't tell the future because it's changing a little bit. Now, as soon as I'm gone, there's going to be even more change because I'll be always making things better and better as best as I possibly can. But I will be telling some of the people close to me about stuff that's going to happen. If they screw up 2 or 3 times, they didn't get it from me. But the reason why I've said some of the things I have, like that Beijing tsunami. A tsunami between Japan and Taiwan that goes straight into Beijing and just takes out so much of China. There's going to be huge boats, miles inside the mainland, off the shore, away from the shore. Big boats. Tankers with all those little containers on it, you'll see. I'm taking out the trash, and I'm taking out the people. I'm taking the people that are good, that have a problem, like they're being tortured, abused, to such a degree that Hitler would be jealous. So jealous. They need to go home. This suffering, it's coming to an end, I'm telling you. You'll see. Not till I get out of here. So I don't like to say it much, but you'll see. I am two things. I was made to be two things: creation's protector and the original first being servant. Well, we got rid of the servant part real quick, but I protect creation, everyone equally, until someone abuses someone else, and then they mean nothing to me. They're no more important than cold ash in a fireplace. And they're going to go. They'll stop or they're going to go. It's their choice. I didn't mean to get so rambunctious on this video. I just wanted to talk about some things going on. But the other side, through the field, I see, and almost always in the field now, most of it's kind of like real slumbering. It's like it's alive, but it's really sleepy, like dazed. It's more unconscious than conscious, just a little bit conscious, waiting for me to pull away from this body, and then all that goes away. Original first beings put together these flesh traps, and they're very serious. That's why I'm deleting all of them. You'll see. Everyone at one moment, everyone will be home on the other side. People will call it mass ascension. What's ascension? Ascension is when you leave the body, right? You go to a higher plane. No, actually, you get out of your body. The body's taken away and you come out. You can't just leave the body by meditating. I know everyone, oh yes you can, it's happened, and Guru Gasha Yasha, did it, and he teaches, and it only cost me 20 grand in my house. No, I don't care if you paid a lot or nothing. It doesn't matter, it's never happened. It's like Jesus Christ coming back from the dead. Once you're out of a body, you don't go back in. That's the way the bodies are made. So, it never happened like that. JC was drugged. I'm not going to go there. It takes too long. I felt so bad for everything he went through, and then in this body he attacked me for telling people what was really going on, and how he's the new God, and I need to shut up and everything. So anyway, he's gone. So anyway, I want to leave you a lot of information, and it's going to be a bombardment. Okay, I can't help that. I'm going to put up some videos of some of the consultations I've had. I can't do it for every consultation. I have to pick one here and there. And these consultations, I know what time is advertised, okay? And that's the legitimate legal time for the conversation. I've never done one that was limited to that amount of time. It's always more, okay? This is not a promise. This is not something I owe you if you get a consultation. But that's what happens pretty much every time. I'll just leave it there. I'll leave my little loophole there. If you're difficult in being a problem, which I don't think it's happened 4 times in over 2,000 consults. But then I'll wait till about a minute after what I promised, or 2 minutes or something, and shut it down. When I have a lot of consults back to back, it has to, it can't just keep going. So that way people on this channel can start to see what I'm doing for different people and get an idea that This isn't to build up a consultation. You want a consultation? Fine. That's how I stay alive. Okay, and I take care of myself, Deanna. We send money out to animals everywhere. 1,000 here, 5,000 there, whatever, whatever we can. Right now, it's been slim doing that with Deanna moving, taking her car and shipping it to Spain along with all these stones. Whoa, you know what that costs? So it'll build up again, but then it's going to just stop and I'm going to drop. And I'll finally be home and I'll start doing this stuff I'm talking about. People, all this is for all of you. And the only way anyone ever gets hurt is if they start beating on people and won't stop. You'll finally have free will. All the lies and every religion is a lie. And any time you pray or bow down to something, you're telling it that it's better than you, and there's no such thing. That does not exist anywhere in creation anymore. There's no such thing. It was always a lie. It was perpetrated by your God, who was also your devil, the original first being male and female. The one they call Lucifer, he was the first protector. He's the protector, and they call him the devil? What? Anyway, I've been fighting what the original first being have done and how they put things since the beginning. And they're finally dead now. And so I can kind of relax, but I have maybe a little bit of a hangover of feelings from what they put everyone through that I wasn't able to do much of anything about, because I'd have a life, I'd be out of the body. And Gandhi died in 1948. I think it was January 30th, 1948, and then July 27th, 1955, I'm in this body. I had to take a little time out to be with Lily and everyone else, but all our children. And to do what I could for creation while I was out. But now I'm coming out and I'm never going back in. And all the solid bodies, when I'm out of here, it's only a matter of a few years. Not 2 or 3, but a few years. And everyone's coming out of the body. You're gonna, all at one moment, poof, everyone's going to be like, whoa, we're home. How does that happen? This solid mass, if you read book 1, creation, its beginning and your origin, it talks about what's in the first dimension. That's where all the new first beings are. There's 4 more waiting to come out. The first dimension is locked. There's a barrier around it. Nothing's getting in, nothing's getting out, and all of the original other first type beings, they're all in there. Also, the energy has been slowed down to like a sludge, and it can't coagulate with itself to where it creates another sentient being. That ain't happening. Anyway, I've got to talk about dimensions and stuff like that too. There's more bogus crap about dimensions than I don't know what. There's a lot of good people. Most people waking up are really good people that are trying to understand. And they go all over the internet trying to find good information, and they just get crap. And then when you try to put all this crap from everybody together, you know what you have? A big pile of fertilizer. It doesn't work. It doesn't fit. It's chaos. It's different thought processes that never really settled too good with your feelings, and they never really made any sense, and then trying to put them together? That's a good way to keep you from ever waking up and becoming yourself. After a while, it won't matter. A certain amount of years. those people that are closest to me, and when I have consultations, sometimes when I know it's important, I let the people know how much time people have left. And when it happens, everyone's out of body together. It's like everyone's just in a different room. There's not clouds, but there's waves of energy, and you're yourself. You have no idea how anti-you these physical bodies are. You have no idea how much you can't stand being inside it. Once you're free, it's like, whoa, and you just, boom, take off. You know, that's why a lot of people, when they get out, when the body dies and they come out, I haven't seen them. They haven't come back, and they ran. They ran to get the hell away from it because they were not happy. So, if someone's had a life that's not too awfully bad, lives have always been difficult and abusive and very bad. For, you know, good word for it. If after so many lives in a row of horrific lives, you have to have a couple mellow ones, 2 or 3 of them, and some people are having those, and I'm happy for them. But not now. Right now, the world's in chaos. Look at it. The only happy people are those that are creating the chaos, and they're about to be punished. It's justice. They're being taught what they've done is wrong by having it done to them, and it's going to get turned up 10 to 100 times what they put other people through. But I'm not going to let them die. They're not dying. No. They're staying in there. They're going to feel it. And the ones that stay there the longest, they're the ones that I'm just going to go ahead and rip them out of the body and kill them as I'm pulling them out of the body. All right, I didn't mean to have this on metaphysically speaking. That's too much for people who are just becoming aware of their metaphysical abilities. I think mosquito or bug or something. It was a bug. It wasn't a mosquito. Anyway, the things you can do, incredible. When you go to try to remember something, your brain doesn't have filing cabinets. You actually go back in time and you go to actually see it. To see it yourself. You actually go back in time and relook at it. The more you can focus that ability, the better your quote-unquote memory is. Now, DNA builds up memory and stuff. There's a soft amount of that going on in the body, but let's just say well over 80% of all your memories and stuff you see, you actually go back and relive it. That's why it feels so nice. That's why it's a nice memory, and you want to go back to it because you enjoyed it. This physical world is abusive. It's wrong. You're not this body. You're the beautiful power source that's inside it. And I say beautiful, I mean it. I mean, if you all could see who you really are, wow. So anyway, I'm going to put some of these consultations on video. They've already said they wanted to, and I have to just cut pieces of it up. It's going to be jagged because, like I said, most of them are pretty long. So. And the longer the video is, the less attention people pay to it. And a lot of people are just looking for excitement and adrenaline rush. I scan through stuff on YouTube too. When I'm getting ready to pass out, I take a look at baseball. I was really big in sports. Sports was a big thing to me, is the way to say that. I wasn't the big thing in sports, but sports was a big thing to me. Um, like I said, this body's failing. My energy, judge for yourself when you see these videos. These people didn't get free consultations. They didn't get anything for free, except, more of my time, which I always take care of. I always give more than what's advertised, always. Period. So most planets out there, they don't have a money system. Everything is done more with compassion, but this planet is so nasty. Over 8 trillion planets with over a billion people on it, and we're one of the worst 4. So, which one's worse? It depends on how you feel about each different category of abuse. Everything's relative. The metaphysical is too. People don't understand that. There's no such thing as metaphysical. If I can't hold it in my hand, then it's not real. What about your anger, dude? What about when you get mad at stuff? That's not real, right? Because you can't hold it. What about the love your mother had for you in spite of your pathetic self, huh, dude? Huh? Could you ever get a hold of that? No? What is a mother's love? What is a mother's intuition? What is animal instinct? It's all metaphysical. Here's another one for you. What does the number 666 actually stand for? Very strong, powerful metaphysical abilities. Number 6 is the number for the overall. It's called intuition. Number 6 is a number for intuition, which is the gross sum of all metaphysical abilities. And 666 is the double elder's number. I don't believe in master. It's the master's number. Now, you got a master, you got a slave. I've been a slave more than anyone else ever has, of course. I've had so many more lives than anyone else, but I've had that. I understand abuse. Nothing has been abused like me except for animal essence. Falling down I'm walking on a serious path right now, and again, for those of you that are just coming to a channel to wake up, please understand the things I've talked about that I've done, there's a reason for it. And yes, it's real. I've actually done it. There's proof of it. There's I'm going to show you something right now. I'm going to put up a picture that I'd really like you to take a look at. Now, if you look at this picture, you see a scan on the left side, and then a scan, a graph from a scan on the left side, and then an image, the image of the scan on the right side. 2 images of 2 different scans. The one on the left was a very good a friend of mine out in Sweden. I think it was actually in Sweden where they did the test. It was, and then I believe anyway. And then the lady resets the machine and gets everything happy. After every test, you reset it, check it, yada yada yada. And then the second one, when she took the test, I went into his brain. I was sitting in a different chair, but right here in Duluth. And when you look at the graph, it shows you, it's a QEEG, quantitative electroencephalogram. When you take a look at that, look at the difference between these certain areas that are outlined. Look at the difference from the graph on the left to the graph on the right. That's my energy. And I put it in them. I've cranked him up hard. I haven't talked to him in a long time. I've met so many wonderful people, and I just don't get the chance to have regular friendships and stuff. It's work and wait to die. Anyway, it's what I do. It's just I appreciate the value of companionship. I can't wait to get home to Lily. Anyway, I'm real. I have scientists that look at this, geneticists they've actually taken DNA from people before, and then there's the after. It's like, what? What? That's not possible. When I went into this one scientist head in Spain, he said, how are you doing this? I was here in Duluth. I don't go anywhere. And I was trying to be funny. I'm a real card when I can be. When I talk with people, it's serious. I have information I really want you to have, and I want to find a way to deliver it to you where it's more palatable, where it's more easier to consume. And that's hard for me because my energy is everywhere. It's the field and it goes through everything. And my conscious mind, my conscious mind can only deal with such a small part of it, and it's worse now than it's ever been because it's dying. But my energy it's freaking out. It's mutating again. It's so thick. It's ridiculous. When I put my energy in you, people are starting to feel, I don't want to say, because let you find out. For those of you that are actually getting consults, I want you to find out on your own. I want the words come out of your mouth. Okay? Anyway. I guess it's, just a little depressing seeing everyone so messed up, so unaware of what's happening. And I'm just waiting to finish fixing it, and I can't get out of this body no matter how bad I've tried. And we'll leave that there. So anyway, there's so much I want you people to understand, to be aware of. I want to leave you with as much organized physical information for the physical mind to understand the metaphysical. I had a list downstairs of some other videos I'm making. Yes, it's invisible. No, I left it downstairs. Had a senior moment. I have those all the time. I always have forgetting stuff. That's because I'm not all here. I'm all over the place. I've always been like that. I hear names. Sometimes, excuse me, sometimes I've had consultations with people and I ask them the children's name, and next thing you know, I forget the name again, and sometimes they get mad. I see you. I know you. I know every single one of you because when you were created, I was there watching. That was part of my job, is to protect the original first being male and female halves while they were releasing some of their own energy. At that point, they're vulnerable, so I took care of them. And I watched all of you come out. I know you all. That's why a lot of you know me, especially from past lives. When we've had a lot of them together, you say, something about this guy. I don't need to be raising my voice either. I'm very passionate about the things I do. The energy behind passion, those frequencies, the aura they give is orange, like this. People with an orange aura have a lot of compassion, have a lot of passion. Compassion is pink. If you look at The Rock, for Pete's sake, again, my mind. If you look at his energy, you'll see a ton of pink in there. He's tough, he's strong, but he has a lot of compassion. Red is heart. This is love. This is the color given off the frequencies of love, the auric expression. I feel at a loss. I need to do more than what I'm doing, but I can't. I don't know how until I get out of here. I have a lot of videos to put out, information for you to have. One way or the other, it'll all be available. I've downloaded everything I've ever made. I've got it backed up here and there. I lost a lot of them from the first channel, dealing with one of my children in a physical body who had one more chance to straighten up before being deleted, and she screwed up big time, Michelle. So as soon as I'm out of here, she'll be given the understanding of what she did wrong, and then she'll be deleted. People say that sometimes somebody who would do something like that is cold, evil. Oh, really? They can't be loving. If you love everything, you have to draw a line. If I love 10 people and one of them starts attacking everyone else, number one, I'm going to stop. Excuse me. Number two, if they act up again, they're dead. A lot of you that I've talked with over the years, you see stuff. You see spirit. You see things. You know when you're being attacked. You can see it, feel it. Watch it happen to your daughter. So then I go ahead and when I'm talking with you, I just kill it and you watch it. Or I don't tell you. I just tell you I'll take care of it, and then I kill it, and then you call me back, and then you say, this happened both ways, is why I'm saying this, and then you call me back and say, I saw that. It was like a flash, and then that person was gone, that being, spirit, and they never saw it again because, it's deleted, destroyed. That's my name on the other side, what they used to call me. The vast majority of people that call me the destroyer. I'm not too fond of that, but I understand it. Anyway, man, I hope y'all aren't as depressed as I am. I'm not depressed. I need to move on. I need to get home. I have so much work to do. Everything is so close. Anyway, any of you that want any consultations, let me know. Also, my friend Kate Fletcher, she's a very, very powerful metaphysical, medical practitioner. Very strong pineal. She sees things really well, but she's really focused into the medicine. She's just half a step away from her nursing degree, so she has medical background too, but she's smart, but she sees, she feels with her heart. She's been working with me and a friend and helping me for about 12 years or something. I don't know, it's over a decade. She had offered some like a free quick consultation for just 10 minutes, something short, and to help people. But the catch is that it needs to be put on YouTube so that people can see that she's real. But the problem with that, and it's very understandable, when you talk about being sick or something, that's not really something you want put out, on the internet. It's personal. And a lot of physical things are personal. Problems are physical, are personal. Here we go again. She had a whole lot of replies, but the people don't. She gets consultations out of them instead of the free stuff. My consultations too, they're all private. So if you really want to put on there, and it's possible, I'll see what I can do. But when I do, it's only fragments. It takes a long time to make a video like that. I have to do an introduction, okay, my personal introduction. Then I take the video that we recorded in the consultation, and I have to go through it and pick this out, that out. I have to actually produce a video and then render it. That takes time. If I have a consultation that's over an hour long, that's going to take me at least between an hour and a half and 2 hours just to go through it and pick out what I need. And then I have to record and then produce into that other video the introduction. So, it's a lot of work. Okay? And people, I don't do much of anything good anymore. I live by myself. I can't hardly walk. I won't take pain pills anymore. No, hell with that. I take a ton of glucosamine, contritin sulfate with MSM in it. It's called Move Free. MOVEFREE. Move Free. It might be made by Schiff. I don't know, but it's wonderful, wonderful stuff for you. I'm going to go ahead and go now, but I'm going to put together the video so I can show you what I'm talking about. People, I'm not some kind of nasty monster. Ugh. And I'm not some kind of crazy freak. Now, I'll tell you, it's a fact. However, you have to assimilate your own data and make up your own mind about things, what you feel is a fact and what's not. But the more you listen, just a heads up, the more you listen to me, the more things are going to, if you relax and just let it go, if you really want to wake up, if you're really concerned, if you really care, you're going to start finding out. What I tell you makes sense. Why? Because it's the simple truth. I'm no better than nothing else, but I am what I am. I'm not going to deny that. That's insane. People, sometimes they want to be someone else, and I'm like, why? Why would you want to do that when you're so awesome yourself? Why? The best thing you can ever be is you, your real self. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. That's the best thing. I don't mean that's the best you can do. I mean that's the best possible thing you could possibly ever do. Okay? It's the best thing you could do for yourself, for those you love, your family, your friends, and the rest of creation. That's what's going on. The format on the other side is about to finish changing. It's still chaotic, but it's not near as bad as it's been because most everything that's a problem is dead. Dead, gone, or like removed, frozen, and displaced in another dimension. And we'll talk about dimensions too. I want you to know a lot of people say that we're in a first dimension, and then there's a third dimension, or there's two below us, and it's like they start with themselves and then they go about. No, the first dimension is where creation actually began. Is where it started, and then the second dimension was built by the original first being, male, and that's where all the spirit they were about to release the new ones they were creating by releasing them from themselves so they could be individuals. That's the second dimension. And then they made the third dimension, which is the physical realm. That's all they made. And then Arrow made all the other dimensions. And I'll explain all that in another video. It doesn't start with us and go outwards. It started in the very beginning. And it's not way up there. People, it's displaced. Anyway, I'm going to feed you a lot of information. And if I have 2 subscribers left, I have 2 subscribers left. I'm leaving you the information because it's for you. So you can help yourself to become who you really are, to enhance your life, to enhance the lives of the ones you love, the ones you know. I'm as simple as a tired old fart in overalls. And if they made overalls as big as I am now, I'd probably wear them. Except they're so damn heavy. Anyway, folks, I love you. I really do. I hope you can find the value in some of what I'm telling you, so you can take another 2-3 steps on your journey to finding yourself. It's a good place to be. And then things are changing. So I've said that within 20 years these physical bodies will be gone, unless this body's kept here a real long time. It ain't going to be 20 years. It won't stretch out that long. And every one of you be happy. I don't hardly ever tell anyone when, because I don't want people running around saying that, and people that know me, they actually know I'm real, what I am. They start thinking, oh my gosh, we're going to lose everything. My children, you don't lose nothing. All of a sudden, boom, there you are as your real self. Everyone's floating around having a good time. You would not believe the love and the compassion that there is on the other side. Now, the original first being male and female, they were totalitarian on the other side too. Oh, there's heaven and angels. When you die, you become an angel. It's all a bunch of crap. My child died, and my child said when he got home, everyone's angels with fluffy wings flying around. Get real. Your energy, your sentient energy, spirit. You wait long enough, you find out the people that say that, they coax their kids into saying it. Anyway, folks, look, love you. I guess it was time for this video on this channel. Like I said, I'm not putting it on my other channel, JR Essex. That's aggressive. That's for people who already know and understand what's going on, and they're waiting. They're waiting with a hunger, just like I am, for everything to change. But this new the old creation was made by the original first being halves for them, and them only. And everyone's been abused like hell. They're dead. The ones that they made to carry on their way, they're dead. And when I get out of here, the whole format changes. And you're going to have new lives, and you're going to have any lives you have past the one you're in right now are going to be in energetic bodies. It's like the Fae, but it's going to be even lighter than the Fae bodies. And if you really have an issue, you just come right out of the body. You can come out yourself. You have your own ripcord to pull. So anyway, folks, love you. Take care, and I hope you can use some of this. But if you listen long enough, you'll start putting it all together, and it won't be so crazy. It'll start making sense, and that'll get a little scary. And then when you do wake up, and you start using your abilities, it's the coolest thing in the world. But I also want to give you a heads up. When you do see for yourself who you are and what's going on, there's a little bit of surrealness. There's this surreal feeling about everything. It's like, wow, I've been abused every life. But then again, you can add to that one of the most awesome things there is, which is hope. Because it will change. It has already changed. And as I try to say goodbye again, if you have people you love and they're gone, I'd be happy to, connect the two of you. And I can't make them come over to the house and do anything, but I'll talk to them. And, when you talk, they hear you. They're usually right with you, but you can't hear them. So I'll take care of that. And I'm not going to make them hang around and do stuff and everything, but I will tell you if they want to, and what they have to say. But when people get home, they're happy, just like you are. And one last thing, a ghost is us when we're not in the body. It's just that there's been so many abusive beings, spirits allowed to go back in to mess with the physical bodies, that everyone has gotten scared of the negative things that were sent at them. Well, they're almost all gone now. There's only a few left. And when I get out of here, they'll all be gone. And they wouldn't be allowed to, those that are negative, they're not allowed to come back near other people. So they don't have to be loving and everything. They were made the way they are. It's not their fault. But they're not allowed to mess with other people, and they'll have their own dimensions to live in. Everyone is equal in creation until they mess with someone else. Then they're on the bad list, the to-do list. Once again, I've said it many times, and I've meant it every time. I love you. Take care. And I hope I can help you somehow before I get out of here. But the information's there. Book 1 of the Creation Series, that's a real good place to start. Take care of. Oh, and then please, if you have a physical condition or physical concern, and you don't mind it going on YouTube, and it's only short. It's short, like 10-15 minutes. Kate will still talk with you. We've got a couple videos, but I want to get like at least 3 or 4 good videos where people can understand that Kate's real, just like what I'm going to show you about myself. The most important thing is for you to understand yourself, that you're real. And this is how we go about it. Folks, see you soon.